Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from somewhere in this world, and we're back to continue our playthrough of Empire Total War featuring Darthmod and the 40 unit save version. We left off ready for a new turn, or so I thought. As I always do, I look around in excess, and I forgot about my rake here. I wanted to start wreaking some havoc in Spain, just as thank you, kind sirs, for doing battle with me. And we're gonna try a sabotage over on this. That's shortening my speech. Rather than sabotaging this plantation, we're gonna sabotation this place. Okay, let's go sabotage over here. We have a 50-50 chance.
Ik kijk en luister.
And we do it. So our havoc wreaking has begun down in Spain. The one other thing I want to do before we hit that next turn button is we do have a new gentleman, if you recall, that came available at the during that last turn. We did nothing about moving him. What I'm going to do is I don't think I have any vessels to spare, at least in my mind. I'd rather keep them where they are in the Americas. We're going to take a vessel and that we currently have here in Spain, and we are going to send it on down in that direction. So we're just going to take one of our fifth rates, and we can't even reach the coast. So no, I'm going to steer away from Portugal. I don't need to be bushwhacked over there. We're going to kind of jump over this way with the fifth rate and head down towards, of all places, Bogota is where this new agent is. So that's where we're headed with that vessel. Let's hope we don't forget. In fact, we'll do this just in case we do forget, to at least get him going in the right direction. Okay, now I think we are set up. Now I think we are ready for that new turn. I can't think of anything else at the moment that I need to deal with. So let's take the new turn, see if Portugal wakes up even more, and see if they're going to make some kind of moves against us, and cross our fingers that we can survive. Okay, you just saw Portugal wake up. Thank goodness for the British Navy. They just made a move against that British Navy, and now they come to us, hopefully depleted. And we have two galleons, however, that we need to go against with two of our flutes. It says we are at a disadvantage, so I think we have a naval battle ahead of us to see if we can prove them wrong. The reason I'm sure that we are at a disadvantage, look at all the promotions that these units have, and look at the abilities of this general. So that's what scares me, but we're going to try to do whatever damage we can without getting captured. So I'll see you on the high seas. Alright, and the wind is moving from right to left, so we are going to set up over on the right to try and at least have the wind in our favor a little bit with these highly maneuverable flutes that we have. We will put them in line formation at least to get us started, and let's see where his navy has decided to start. Alright, let's close in. Sails unfurl as our speedsters head off to meet up with the Portuguese fleet. We're seeing big damage, 25 out of an original 60 guns, and here 26 out of an original 60 guns. So we're picked at a disadvantage, and we do outnumber them in guns. I just should have looked ahead of time. How strong is their hull strength? That's the big unknown I should have figured out before we got started. But we'll see you once we get closer. All right, we're starting to get close. We're going to keep with the long shot at first, just to try and get off shots at them as much as possible off their bow. Although, of course, they are turning into us to be able to take their own shots. Their hulls are weakened, most weakened on this second vessel. The first one has one side of the hull that's in pretty good shape. The other one that's not so much. So hopefully it's the side we're going to be picking on right away. Apparently, we're pretty close to being able to get off our first shot, but he's pretty close to turning on us also to get off that first shot. Break us apart. So we are just apparently out of range. Oh, not quite. There we go. We get off our first shot. And he returns fire with his 26 guns. A lot of his shots flying high, hitting the sails. Hopefully that doesn't affect us down the road. See if we can get our second flute firing soon. Got him in our sights yet? Have we? Have we? Let's see if we can turn in and get these shots out. There we go. Now we'll come back to where we wanted to go to get a little closer. Their lead vessel shows that they're winning slightly. The other one shows that they're losing slightly. Turn in to try and angle in there on him. I'm going to try to get some extra shots real quick from this one. They're about getting ready to reload and be able to fire. See if we can bring some extra firepower over here to bear. You can see our hull starting to weaken. Can't really tell if the same is happening over there. That may be their advantage then. We'll find out. I think what we're going to do is let's stop, see if he'll outpace us, and then see. This seems to be the weaker of the two. Maybe we can somehow weaken down the second trailing ship. We've already taken out 3 more of its guns that it started with, so we seem to be doing more damage over here than we are on the lead ship with the admiral. Now I'm going to try something daring. I'm going to try, since he's just mostly shot off his shots, we're going to try turning in and go between these guys with the wind totally at our backs. See if we can not take too many shots on the bow. Okay, maybe I didn't time that quite right. He has a need to turn into the wind. Hopefully that will slow him down. Kind of a daring maneuver. He's getting off closer range shots than I would prefer, but it is on the good hull side that can hold a few extra shots, I hope. We shall find out that this daring move will pay off. See if we can take some bow shots on them. Try a similar move now again with the second vessel. Trying to get ourselves turned in so we can get further shots on this guy. Something happened here. He was wavering. Shots on his stern, that would be awesome. And our turning about is not going well. He's going to get into our stern, which is not a good situation. I guess we're going to bring this ship around then. Kind of took him out of the battle with that big wide turn. And now we're one-on-one against this one that's about to get shot in the stern. And I think we're going against his good hull side now. Guns are slowly catching up, so our advantage is slowly disappearing here. Fortunately, this vessel has not turned in to fire at me aggressively. Finally getting our initial vessel turned enough to get back in the action to help us out. Once again, I'm going to try this silliness again. Turn, turn, turn. Oh, we're starting to waver though. We are on fire. That's the bad news with this plan. Can we put out the firing before we get a chance to take our shots? Wouldn't it be nice to be able to set our own fire? fire is gone. Let's get back in action, shooting away. I was thinking we might try some kind of boarding action, but we weren't quite positioned for that. Oof, nasty broadside hit that we took there. But we're lowering their crew almost down to half. Of course, ours is headed in the same direction. And we are wavering. We have a fire on board, and we're routing because we are on fire. Bad news, ladies and gentlemen, bad news. Let's hope we can find a way to get that fire out. Don't want to move you. Fire is out. Can we turn to bring fire on this guy as he turns away from us? Maybe that fire could turn out to be something advantageous for us in a weird way. So we can cross over their bow. Have them shaken. Can we just seal the deal here? About to take a shot in our stern though. Can we hold up? We get him wavering at the same time. We gotta hang in there somehow. Why is this vessel not responding? There we go. Move, guys. Move, move, move. We are stuck and unable to maneuver. Is that a bad thing? Are we sinking somehow? Or is he trying to board me somehow? I've lost the ability to maneuver. Yeah, he's trying to board as a last-ditch effort. I think that's what's happening here. His 52 crew to my 108. Uh-oh, he's routing. And he has surrendered. I think he was trying to board as a last-ditch effort. Now we need to bring our ships about and work on this last one with a totally weakened hull, and hopefully we can hang in there. With renewed enthusiasm, knowing we got him to surrender. No, don't turn away. Keep the guns on him. Keep the pressure on. wind at our backs to pound this guy. 2-on-1 now. Nice hits. Couple nice hits there. And we get him to waver. Finally, I saw a flash of waver. He's routing. Now we can be free to take our shots. And victory. Let's make sure we get him to surrender and seal the deal here. We'll be right back. Oh, these flutes are not fun to maneuver trying to chase this guy down. He's making himself and his galleon looking like a sloop or something. Well, he's outrunning us good. Can we at least turn quickly enough? Be able to get off a shot before he's out of range. Otherwise, he's just getting away from us. Yeah, we're going to be out. By the time we get our nimble vessel turned, he's going to be out of range. Yep, that's it. We're going to quit the battle. Looks like it will be maybe considered a victory, but he got away. Close victory. We at least got one vessel surrendered, and we are going to take it and capture it. Okay, now we're in the coast of Brazil. This is where he outclasses me tremendously, and all I can do is run. And I should have run, at least if I could have run near the other ships. So we're going to auto-resolve here, and once again, watch our fleets in this area get decimated. We killed 2 enemy. They killed 1 of us. But we can't escape anymore. Oh, and they even have vessels. They have vessels in every trade theater to go up against us. What have we got that we're up against? Full strength sloop, brig, and admiral's flagship. Ooh, just a Zebek. It's against us. All I can really do is auto-resolve at this point. What we're going to do is we're going to run, though, see if we can wear him out so he can't hit too many different vessels of ours. Boy, did we run. Now let's see if we can do a little damage. Auto-resolve on this one. And what did we do? Enemy killed. We lost with 1 remaining, but he's going to sink then. At least nothing was captured to bolster his fleet. And now we are caught out in the open ocean. And this is what I was trying to avoid. I believe that's Iceland in the background. This was the one vessel we sent out to go get, see if we could get my gentleman back. So apparently he is going to not be available for a little while. We're just going to see if we can retreat and get out of range from him. And perhaps in this retreat draw him closer to our fleet, who can then retaliate, but no. His fleet now back once again in the Brazil theater is chasing us down. He has enough movement to do that. We are going to run again to try and wear him out and use up his movement. Oh, but we didn't run very far, did we now? Auto-resolve. Nothing captured, and we did take care of 1 of his ships. Slowly weakening. But slowly, we're getting decimated too. Whew. All right, an enemy fleet is taking raiding a trade route. Let's find out exactly where that is, and that's over here with Portugal, probably raiding trade with either Russia or the Ottoman Empire, or a little bit of both. Let's see, intellectual advance. We have advanced over here. We're gonna have to look at a new. In fact, we'll see if we have something new that we want to be studying over here. We finished division of labor. Yeah, so the next place we're going to go, I think we'll skip government by consent for the moment, and we'll see about upgrading our school again and make that the next focus. So it picked the next one that I wanted to have it pick. Everything else is good, other than not having a gentleman where I want it. We have a successful mission here. Which mission was that? Aha, that was in the farm place. And is it still burning? No, apparently it's okay again. So maybe what we'll do is we will force him to spend... Well, let's try something else. Let's go somewhere else. We'll try another sabotage. This is only 48%. But we were successful. Hopefully this is more costly to repair. That's all I can hope for. We have a unit recruited down in the Americas to try and bolster our move against... where was that one? Guatemala. And we have the first European census take place. Prussia has become the first state in Europe to conduct a census of its people in what must be saluted as a stunning example of almost machine-like efficiency. The authorities have systematically gathered information on population movement, births, marriages, deaths, and migration statistics in order to provide an accurate count of the entire population. Quite what the Prussian people make of all this, and quite what the Prussian authorities intend to do with the information, is a subject of some conjecture. No doubt, taxation comes into it somewhere. Of course. We got a fleet arriving and well, we know about the fleets destroyed. Let's see about the fleet arriving down here in the coast of Brazil. After a slight pause. There we go. And let's see what he's left with over here. Quite a few galleons. Shouldn't any longer be at full strength, but they're acting like they're at full strength. All I can do at the moment is reinforce right here for the eventual attack we're going to face and hope it can hold. And look at this. Income just jumped. What is going on? Is Great Britain back in the game here? Great Britain has finally come through now that we're at war with Portugal and we need all the assistance we can get. Whew, they have returned to our side. Okay. Let me take a deep breath. That's like the most exciting news I've had in a while. Look at the income. It's double what it used to be. All right, so what I'm going to do is we're going to start taking a look around the map, and I'm going to start figuring out what I want to do. So rather than have you watch through that figuring stage, I'll be right back once I kind of get a plan of action ahead of us. All right, I've had a look around, so let's see if we can't traverse the globe and get things done that we need to get done. First of all, I don't want to keep this ship out here ready to be picked off by the Portuguese Navy that we know is now out there. But if we get it moving towards the Americas, that can work in our favor as far as not being able to be caught for the moment. And we're going to go pick up that gentleman. Next, we're going to head back to Paris over here. And I've just realized in looking around, I have 3 unprotected ports sitting here, and with an active Portuguese Navy, I'm thinking it's about time that we recruit 3 militia to help protect those said ports. We got 1 trading port up in Le Havre. What do we got? A shipyard, the Brest shipyard, and then down in Marseille. So that's where we're going to send our militia. The other thing I want to do is start breaking off some forces to send down and reinforce this army, so we can decide, do we want to sue for peace, or do we want to try and see if we can't knock off Savoy. Right at the moment, it doesn't appear they have anybody garrisoned in there other than the local garrison, so it may be ripe for the taking. What we're going to do is move this unit here into their port, do some damage. There we go, knock the ship out. If I had a navy down there, that would be the perfect time to attack said navy. But I don't. Next thing we'll do, it really doesn't look like they have an army, does it? So hopefully this blockade will stop any trade of theirs. Let's see how many forces we can manage to get out of France, or Paris, France, before we have to worry about public order. We're going to start with some regiments of foot, and we'll start with 5 and see how that. Oh, we can move more. Things are finally settling down here in Gay Paris, and we're going to move some more out. Now, do I have any artillery down here? 1. So I'm going to move another piece of artillery out there too. Because if I end up going against Savoy and decide that's the move I want to do as opposed to sue for peace, they do have a walled city to contend with. One thing I'm going to do is I think this was the leader I accidentally ran into. Oh, this was, yeah, okay, so I do have a general down here, so we're okay. I'm just going to move these forces to join the general. We will bring, why not? Well, they were cavalry heavy when we faced them. I'm going to leave 1 cavalry behind, so we're going to bring the pikemen too, in case they build up some cavalry all of a sudden. Let's bring a few more regiments of foot. And for the moment, that's the force we're going to move down in that direction. We might as well keep to the roads. Well, that's not a road there, is it? And it is. So we're going to head down to the bridge here. It's just hard to see the road through the snow. Okay, so that's our reinforcements to come down here. Once they build up and join up here, as long as they haven't built up anything else there, that should be a sufficient force, I'm hoping, to take out Savoy if we decide to do that. Okay, that's it here. Let's move over to the Americas Theater for the moment. There's nothing else I'm going to do in here. I just want to one more time look at this. Great Britain trading with us again. That's good. We're going to keep the ministers as is, just and see if they can gain traits on their own. And from there, our income now is sitting at almost 15,000. So that's a good thing. We might as well, since I'm thinking about it, even though he's ready to auto move there, we'll get the gentleman moving up this direction. And now we'll head over to the Americas. And what do I want to do over here that I was thinking? Let's see. Actually, Americas, I had in my mind to move to India first, but we're going to go down here and build some flutes to help restock the Brazil trading theater. And we have, I'm gonna see if I can afford 5. If that doesn't deplete me too much, we're gonna build a bunch of flutes just because I can build them so fast. 5th rates are a couple hundred cheaper, but they take longer to build, and the flutes function for us at the moment. So let's build these ships to go reinforce down in Brazil. I think we got 5 ports where I can build 5 of these fun little ships. We still have over 6,000 available, so that's good. Let's recruit a little infantry. I'm interested in doing that a little bit more just to bolster our attack against Guatemala. And I'm thinking I want to build 1 more cavalry unit, and I can do that right here, and we'll just have to come back and pick them up when we're ready for them. The last thing we're going to do is I am going to move this force. It is a little depleted, but in the process of getting reinforced. We're going to not move them so close yet, but we're going to kind of get them in range to maybe they can make it to the port when we want. But at the same time, if he decides to move these guys out of the port, I can retreat and not have him be able to follow me, so to buy some time there. So that's the plan there. And then we want to not forget about Portugal. We want to move up here towards Detroit and keep our move and keep the pressure up on Portugal. Shame on them for declaring war on us, right? Especially when I had an army not right there, but very nearby. Okay, I think that's about all I have in the works down in the Americas at the moment. The force moving against Guatemala should be fully healed after this turn, and actually maybe that's what I'll do this turn, is let's send out some ships to get ready to pick up the armies that we're building. So we're going to take this fleet away from the port, free it back up, but we're going to send it over here for once these units are recruited, we're going to send them back that way. And on the way we can hopefully still have the range to pick up that cavalry on the way. Now let's get over to see what we want to look at in India. We'll keep this guy spreading the word down here. I've decided for 500, I'm just going to do the magistrate down there. And what I'm going to do is, if he's not going to attack me right away, and it's only a small investment anyway, we'll spend... Well, I want to spend another little bit for the church school, but we'll hold off because the thing I got to do that's even more important is get a couple more flutes, one there. And as long as we have this port, guess what? We're going to build another one. Oh, I don't quite have the funds for that, so we'll build another 5th rate, which I do have funds, and therefore we won't do anything with this. I have a... Do I have a navy over here right now? I do have a 5th rate over here now, and since I'm going to be replacing it, I'm going to send that existing 5th rate over to the East Indies right now in case we need some extra support all of a sudden. And speaking of what we have over here, the Portuguese Navy didn't take up the trade node. They kicked me out of it, and Venice swooped in. So that's what happened between turns. We still have 4 trade nodes, but we're about to have these guys come back at us. And they are stronger than us. Hopefully we've weakened them down a bit. What we're going to find, we'll find out when they move against us. I'm wondering if I should sacrifice another trade node, or we'll work on having them go at us, I guess, 2 at a time, 2 at a time, 2 at a time. This one just has 2 sloops, so he'll be retreating very fast. The other theater where we have openings and we're moving to reinforce is here, but we still have some open trade posts. Portugal has theirs. Denmark swooped in and picked this one up, but these 2 might be open. In fact, I'm gonna take a peek. Yeah, we still have open trade nodes potentially, but I'm gonna wait for reinforcements instead of spread myself out even more. We got a flute and a 6 right there, and he's got his 4 galleons, which can easily probably knock me out, but at some point they've got to start weakening. So that's kind of where we're sitting. A quick tour around the globe, quick hit of taking some things and making some things happen. I don't know if we want to try peace with anybody. It's Savoy that I have to wonder. Do I want to get them off my sides and move direct towards Spain? But right now, I'm not really feeling threatened on land over here. So let's take out Savoy if we can as payback for declaring war on us. And then the only other thing to wonder about up here is, what do I do with my fleet over here? Do I keep it there, trying to bottleneck Sweden? Or now that I've got some forces back in Amsterdam, is that not a big deal? I think what we're going to do is bottleneck Sweden, but do it a little more effectively than we are at the moment. We'll take a few ships and take out this port and seal off the trade to Sweden and make them hurt. Maybe we can convince them to sue for peace. Alright, I'm kind of looking at the time. It's kind of hard to tell because I do edit my naval battles extensively, but I think we have enough time in the books to end this mission here. Lots can happen when I start a new turn, so I'm hesitant to end the episode when I know I'm nearing time with a new turn. So we're going to stop it right here. If you have any other thoughts or ideas and things you think I'm missing or should be doing, please let me know. I love hearing from all of you and hearing your ideas. Sometimes I am able to put them to good use. So I do appreciate any input. Hit me a like, hit me a dislike, give me some activity, And I just want to thank you for watching the video this far. If you've made it this far, to let me thank you. I sure do appreciate it. So this is ZigZagZog signing off from somewhere in the world. You all have a great one, and hope to see you next time.